New Orleans, Louisiana, 1982. In a city where the air sits thick with history, every street tells its secrets in a slow, southern drawl. Passing by the haunted LaLaurie mansion, Detective Daniel Hawk stopped as he glanced over yonder to the mansion gates, knowing it's a hot spot of folklore. "No, that can't be it," said Daniel as he shook his head slightly, shuffling the stack of papers he's holding. In them, it talks about cases of sudden disappearances. All males, oddly. Is it a female serial killer with a grudge, perhaps? Pondered Daniel as he sat on the bench, trying to connect the dots. Suddenly, he felt a presence near him. No sooner than him rotating his face to look, a young girl, about 12 years old, greets him. "Creepy place, isn't it?" said the girl, glancing at the mansion. Daniel snapped his gaze back into her, warily. "Yeah," he said, feeling a sense of discomfort due to her sudden appearance. The girl's demeanor and attitude doesn't present her age at all. Even her attire was out of place. After an awkward second or two, the girl speaks again. "Don't worry about them. They're scum," referring to the papers he was holding, with a slight smirk on her face. Daniel perks up suddenly and decides to ask her about it, but in his mind, he doubts a little girl could know anything. Plus, he wouldn't involve a child in a sensitive case like this. "How do you know?" asked Daniel. The girl looks to the side and says, "It's just the state of the world, no? People tend to get hurt for a reason," stated the girl dismissively. The sun was setting, and as Daniel got up to leave, he asked the girl to escort her home. "That would be lovely," replied the girl, giving off an air of levity. As they both reach her house, the girl stops at the door, looks back at him and says, "Why don't you come in?" Daniel instantly felt a shiver run down his spine, as if it's warning him. "My parents are inside. It's okay. I can introduce you to them since you were such a gentleman," said the girl eloquently. Daniel then stated that he needs to get back to his family. The moment he mentioned this, the girl smiled slightly, as if he got her approval. "Go then. Take care," said the girl as she went inside the house. Daniel felt uneasy the whole time. Her demeanor, her attitude, her outfit, they all seemed strange. They say detectives have strong hunches today. His is having its biggest test. 2 days have passed since the exchange. Daniel wakes up to his phone ringing. As he picked up the phone, he received the grim news. "Another massacre happened," said his boss. "Another hapless male victim, torn apart, much like what the forensic report mentioned of the others." Daniel's morning was ruined. He feels he's close, though, as he suddenly gets an epiphany. Another day passed in Louisiana, and as the sun has set and night beckoned, 40-year-old Andrew was passing by the park as he noticed a most ominous sight. A young girl sitting alone under the streetlight. She looked out of place, seemingly busy reading a newspaper. "What's a little girl like you doing out here all alone at night? Would you like me to escort you home?" said Andrew, with a sly smile on his face. "That would be lovely," replied the girl, as she flashed a wicked grin that Andrew didn't notice. As they both reached her house door, she gleefully asked, "Would you like to go inside and meet my parents? I'm sure they'd love someone as kind as you." Andrew didn't believe what he just heard, as if she read his mind. "Sure, that would be nice," he replied with a fake smile. As they both reach the living room, the girl muses, "Oh, it seems there's no one home. I wonder if it'll be lonely again tonight," said the girl, with a quiet tone, almost seductive. "Oh, I can keep you company should you want it," smirked the guy as he came closer to the girl. The girl then methodically took off her jacket, as if she knows where this is going. "You really are as feisty as ever, Andrew," mused the girl, although with a slightly shifting tone this time. Andrew, who was somehow oblivious all this time on how a 12-year-old girl could be so willingly agreeable on such a dirty prospect, suddenly realizes that the whole situation is just too discomforting, especially after she mentioned his name out of nowhere. "How did you know my name? I never told you." "I mean, come on. Who wouldn't know the most convicted felon and pedophile Andrew Walker?" uttered the girl, interrupting him. All the while she had her back turned on him, with a deeper voice this time, almost demonic. Claws begin protruding from her fingers, as if it's evil magic deforming her hand. Fingernails as sharp and long as to cut a human body in a single swipe. Andrew's heart sank, almost speechless. How does it feel to be on the receiving end of fear and pain? It's time to show you how they felt, shouted the girl as she turned around, only to reveal her true visage. Slit razor-shaped red pupils, long claws, deep voice, a demon out for blood. Andrew squealed in fear as he realized he's in real danger. He turns his back to flee, but the girl seizes him with a supernatural force and pins him to the wall. "Not so innocent when they fight back, isn't it?" said the girl with a mischievous, cruel tone. In the most unnatural way possible, Andrew's chest started getting scratched by unseen forces. All the while, the girl is laughing maniacally. Screams filled the room until Daniel barged into the house. "Let him go," threatened Daniel while aiming a gun at the girl. "Oh, Daniel, what timing you have. Here to watch this pathetic creature die," said the girl, gloating. "I told you they're all scum, didn't I? Why you want to protect this filth? I respected you because you had a family, unlike this predator here," said the girl scornfully as she tightened her supernatural grip on Andrew. "We have our own way with dealing with him. Just let him go, please," exclaimed Daniel with a face that asks for understanding. The girl hesitates for a bit, and then, "I'll give you one chance," proclaimed she, as the convict was released and fell to the floor. "Dealing with him won't be enough. The whole town has to be purged." Daniel nodded. "I'm counting on you, Daniel," smiled the girl sincerely as she vanished without any trace. Daniel proceeded to arrest the convict, who was seemingly so shocked that he didn't put up resistance. "You'll thank us later when you realize what we just saved you from," said Daniel, as the police dragged him out, knowing just very well how the other victims ended up. She was dangerous, he thought, her even knowing his name out of nowhere. The victims who were all butchered. He knew it all very well. He stares one last time at the room before heading out, finally closing the 5-year-old case he's been following. But his work has just started, as he made a deal with the devil.